Hey guys, this is Mr. Grice for Algebra 2, Chapter 4.5 Notes. Today we're talking about writing slope-intercept equations when given 2 points. Our learning target today is to be able to write slope-intercept equations when given 2 points, and to be able to write equations of horizontal and vertical lines given another parallel or perpendicular line. So, we got a couple things to work on today. Okay, so I've already written down the 2 steps that we need to follow when given 2 points. The first step is to use the slope formula to find the slope. So you got to remember what the slope formula is though. Alright, so the slope equals y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. Okay, one of the formulas you're going to need to know. And the second step is to pick one of those points and plug it into the point slope formula. And that's what we've been working on. Y minus your y equals the slope x minus x. So this is where we plug in the y. That's where we plug in the x. And then here is the slope. Okay? So those are the 2 things that you need to know. And we're going to be going through a couple different problems so we can get used to it. Now, if you write big, you might want a separate sheet of paper. I'm zooming in so I can write small on these and it won't make a difference. So, first thing we got to do is to find the slope. Remember that the y's go on top and the x's go on the bottom. When you do that, 3 minus 7, that is negative 4. 2 minus 4 is negative 2. And when you reduce that, negative 4 minus 2, you get 2. Okay? So there's our slope. Step 2 is to plug it in to here. We know what the slope is. So now you can pick any one. It doesn't matter which one you use. Okay? I'm just going to use the first one. So there's my x and there's my y. X, y. And then the rest of this is just like yesterday. Okay? We have to distribute. The left side stays the same. And then to get the x by itself, we add 3 to both sides. And our final equation is y equals 2x minus 1. Okay. That's not too bad, was it? Let's do another one. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is to find the slope. Let's see what we get. Y's go on the top. 5 minus 2, 3. Negative 4 and 2. Well, click, click, that gives us negative 6. 3 over negative 6 is negative 1/2. Remember that you do need to reduce those. Okay, so we know what the slope is. And it doesn't matter which point you use. I'll actually do it twice so you guys believe me. Okay, so the first one we'll do 5 and 4. Click, click, and let's go. So we got to distribute. Y minus 5 equals negative 1/2 x minus 2. Add the 5 to both sides. And you get y equals negative 1/2 x plus 3. Alright, so we got 2's for both of these. Let's see if Mr. Grice is right. Okay, we have to distribute. So you get y minus 2 equals negative 1/2 x plus 1, because negative 1/2 times negative 2. Add add the 2 to both sides, and you get y equals negative 1/2 x plus 3. Okay? I don't know if you can tell this or not, but both of those are the exact same. Okay? So it doesn't matter which point you use. You can use either one. The reason why you can do that is it's the same line. Okay? It's the same line. It's going to have the same equation. All right? So, number 3. Slope. And then the point. Okay? So, let's do step 1 first. Pause the video. See how you do. If you want to go through both portions, you can do that. But I'm just going to see if you can get the slope first, and then we'll do the other part together. Okay? Go ahead and pause, please. Okay, so then when you go through and get the slope, you should get a negative 5/3. That does not reduce. Okay? And you can use either one that you want. Okay? I'm just going to pick the ones. 1 and 1. So go through and distribute. Y minus 1 equals negative 5/3 x. Negative times a negative is a positive, and that's just positive 5/3. Okay? So to get the y by itself, we have to add 1 to both sides. Y equals negative 5/3x. Ooh, wait. So we're adding 5/3 plus 1/1. Well, I need 1/1 to have a denominator of 3 times both of those by 3. And then we'll get 8/3. Okay? Getting fractions is okay. Alright. Example number 3. Remember to find the slope. And then step 2. So you guys are all on your own. Pause the video, and good luck. Okay, there you go. We get the slope right here is negative 1/2. And then, but wait, how did I go from here straight to the answer without showing any work? Does anyone know why? Let's take a look at this point right here. That point's got a special name to it. That's called the Y-intercept. Okay? And if we've got the Y-intercept and we've got the slope, you can go straight into there. Now, you can use the formula, which is fine. You're just creating more work for yourself. So you can do whichever one you want to. I chose to do the easier one. All right, example number 5. We're talking about special cases now. So let's go ahead and find the slope. So remember, y's go on the top, and the x's go on the bottom. So the top we get click, click, and we get 7. The bottom, 8 minus 8 is, ooh, 0's on the bottom. Okay, we have to know that that is a undefined slope. Okay, and if you remember, undefined slopes are actually vertical lines. So we need to look to see what they both have in common. Okay, and this is a one variable equation. Okay, when it's undefined, it's an x equals graph. And x equals 8. Okay, and if you see that right away, you can skip ahead and be like, oh, x equals 8. I can see it right away. Okay, all right, let's move on to example number 6. Okay, let's do the slope. Y's are on the top. X's are on the bottom. For minus 4 is, ooh, special case. Click on the bottom, you get 22. Even when you reduce this, you are going to get 0, okay? So 0 is our slope. Special case right here. What's y equal? Y equals 4, okay? So we got to be paying attention to that stuff. Okay, let's move on down now to our special cases, parallel and perpendicular lines. So it says to write the equation of the line parallel to, let's see, so it's parallel. I'm going to make sure to write that down. X equals 4, and it's got to go through the points 8, -5. Okay, so what I would do just to help yourself out is to graph this. Okay, here's our x-axis. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so x equals 4. You go to 4, and then you have to draw your line, okay? Remember, when it's an x equals, it's a vertical line. So I want a line that's parallel to that, but it's got to go through that point 8, -5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8, -5, there's 8. And it's got to go through there, and it's parallel. Okay? Parallel line, that means that also has to be vertical. Vertical lines are x equals, and this specific x, oh, can't read that, is 8, okay? So the specific equation for that one is x equals 8, okay? Now we're actually going to skip to number 9 real quick, and let's do the same thing, all right? Once again, it's saying parallel to y equals -3, and it's going to go through the points 3, -9. So let's go ahead and draw this one. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So we have y equals -3. So 3. There's my line. Okay. I want it parallel, and it's got to go through the points 3, -9. So parallel again means that it's also going to be, this one is horizontal, okay? And so we look at the y, and it's y equals -9, okay? All right, let's look at number 8. Just write the equation of a line, and this time it's saying perpendicular to x equals 4 and to the points 8, -5. So it's pretty much saying the same thing. We're going to have our same 2 points. So here's our graph. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so our first line, x equals 4, it's the same, right? Except now we want a line that's perpendicular to 8, -5, which means we want the opposite reciprocal slope, okay? So when we draw this, we want these lines to make a 90-degree angle, okay? And the perpendicular slope of a vertical line would be a horizontal line. That's where they make a 90-degree angle. So for this one, we're looking at y, and the y equals -5. Okay? So for number 10, once you draw your line, we've got just a little bit different numbers here. Let me redraw this. There's the graph. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we got y equals -3, which is down here. And we want this to go through the point 8, 5. Okay, so if I want a perpendicular line, x equals 8. Okay, so you have to pay attention to whether it's saying parallel or perpendicular when you're doing these, okay? Don't be sloppy. Well, if you have any questions, please come see Ms. Carranza or myself. We would love to help you out. Otherwise, that's it for Algebra 2, Chapter 4.5 Notes, Part 2. Thanks for watching, guys.